everyone! Thank you for joining our virtual floral design workshop. My name is Brianna. I'm one of the floral designers here at In Bloom Florist. Today I'm going to show you how to create your very own floral arrangement. If you did not purchase a kit, no worries. Feel free to watch this video and learn tips and tricks about floral design, or feel free to purchase a kit on our website. Or this is going to be our final product for our arrangement today. So I would like to show you what's included in our first DIY workshop. Here is the kit that is included. It will have some papers of general directions. That it will also have Floral Care 101. And included in here, you're going to get your very own pair of clippers. You're going to get 2 packets of flower food, one for now, one for later. You're going to get all the contents for your vase included in this wrap. And you're going to get your 5-inch cube. So the one thing that is not included in your kit is you will just need to get some water and a little trash can so you're not making a mess all over your house. So first thing first, I'm going to take my vase and I'm going to open 1 packet of flower food. I'm going to put my flower food in first, so when you put the water in, it will dissolve. Flower food is a preservative, helping your flowers last longer. And next I'm going to put in the water. As you can see, as I add the water, the flower food is disintegrating. Next, I'm going to open up the contents of my wrap and organize my flowers. Included in the wrap is a water source, so be careful when opening it. You might spill a little water. In here is where a little water may come out of, so be careful. In our arrangement today, we are going to have 9 roses. And just so you know, each arrangement may vary color-wise a little bit. In this, we have 3 beautiful 2-toned yellow and orange roses, 3 yellow roses, and 3 red roses. Be careful because the roses are not cleaned, meaning they have thorns and leaves. We have 3 green button mums, 1 piece of purple Monte Cassino, which you see is quite large, 1 piece of gunny eucalyptus, 3 pieces of leather leaf, and 1 piece of curly willow that we will use at the end. I will tell you a fun trick with curly willow. Curly willow is fun to also wrap around your hand and use as a grid inside the vase. Today we're going to do something different with that, but that is also something fun for future arrangements. So first we're going to prep all our roses. One very important thing is you don't want any of your greenery to go in the water, and you need to be very careful because these thorns will poke you pretty bad. Plus, these have the guard petals from the original packaging, so they are the protective petals that help protect the rose. So when we get them, we want to remove any of the ones that are green, brown, broken, like so. So I'm going to just pull my leaves off, prepping my rose. Knowing I won't need my stem this long, I can leave the thorns on the bottom because those will be cut off. With the thorns, if they are in your way, you can cut them off with the side of your clippers, or they do pop right off with your thumb. I'm going to do like so for the rest of my 8 roses, pulling the guard petals, cleaning any of the leaves that will be in the water. Okay, now that my roses are already and clean, they're ready for me to put in the vase. The next thing I'm going to prepare is my Monte Cassino, being this is 1 stem with lots of breaks on it. So I'm going to individually break all of these off of their main stem. Also with these, I'm going to pull any of the flowers off that would be in the water, making sure our water stays nice and clean, giving our flowers the longest shelf life they can. Monte Cassino is ready to go. This is our filler flower, our roses being our focal flower for today, and our leather leaf and gunny being our greenery that we're going to first start with. Okay, leather leaf has lots of breaks on it, being if we just stuck this in here, that would be pretty silly. So we are going to cut this down piece by piece. As you can see between the breaks, I'm able to cut right above that, giving me one nice long piece. And just remember, when it comes to flowers, you can always cut shorter, you can't grow longer, so you can always measure up next to the side of your vase. Pulling it to the edge of the table is easiest. So I see I want my piece about right here. Seeing that's still a little bit tall, thankfully I can cut shorter. Putting my first piece in. When you green, you want to go around the whole entire vase, spinning it as needed. So with this piece of leather leaf, I'm able to get 3 different sections out of. My last piece, these 2 bottom leaves would be in the water, so I'm just gonna pull those off and set them for my trash pile. Very important, when you come in from the sides, you're going in at an angle, so your flower will rest nicely against the edge of your vase. I'm going to repeat that process with the next 2 pieces of leather. You can always put your hand underneath to help prop it up to put more greenery on the side. Now that we have our leather leaf around the edges, I'm going to come in with my gunny eucalyptus. Also doing the same thing, knowing that there is lots of breaks. I am going to cut this one piece straight off the stem, being it's really long. Doing the same thing, stripping about half the stem. And I'm going to insert it in. Same as the leather leaf, I want my gunny eucalyptus to go as far as possible all the way around my vase. So I will do the same thing with the rest of my stem, going up in the middle, on the edges. A very important tip and trick when floral designing, you only have about 3 to 5 seconds before the bottom reseals and doesn't get any more water. So every time you put a flower in the water, it's very important to cut it. And as you can see, I'm cutting it at an angle because it gives it more surface room to drink. And the stem is not sitting directly against the bottom of the vase. So here's our vase like so, with just our greenery. Looks nice and pretty all the way around. And from here, now we are able to start our flowers. Each designer, you will realize, does designing a little bit different. My preference, I like to do my filler flower first, put it all the way around, and then go in with my focal flowers. So like the other ones, I'm going to measure against the side, going at an angle on the side, going up in the middle, and it's up to you. This one is pretty tall. You might want to cut it back out, seeing our final product is a lot shorter. If you have any troubles, it's always important to twist the stem out because then it helps it get it unstuck from the other flowers. Now we have a pretty vase of Monte Cassino. So next, I'm going to add my button mums in, which are part of the chrysanthemum family, being probably the smallest bloom in the mum family. As designers, we like to work in triangles, which you'll see right here. As I put in the green button mums, I have one right here, one at my tip, and I'm gonna put one over here in my other corner, making it a triangle shape. Next, we have our focal, our 9 roses. Up to you, the designer, which way you put the flower in. You can cluster all 3 colors, 1, 2, 3, or I like to evenly separate them out. So very important with roses, especially cut them at the angle because roses drink a lot of water. And most importantly, getting it right into the water because they do seal off very fast. So I have put my first one in the corner. I'm going to do all all three of my two-toned one first. One up in the middle. And my last one I'm gonna do on this edge. Still leaving my triangle. 1, 2, 3. Next, I'm going to come in with my yellow, doing the same thing, cutting at an angle, coming on the edge. I will come in on the middle right here with my other yellow one. And I'm going to come on my edge, going in at a nice angle, making it a nice rounded arrangement. And now we have our 3 red ones left. Pulling my one piece of greenery, seeing it's going to be in my water, and filling any additional holes that I see. Pulling my one piece of greenery. Like I said, it's always important to spin your vase as you go so you can see all angles of your arrangement as you design. I see right here, I have one more hole. And so voila, there we go. Now we have one fun piece of curly willow, which like I said, a lot of the times you can use down inside the vase, but for today, we're gonna give our arrangement a little bit of extra added character up top and leaving our curly willow coming out fun out of the top. Up to you how tall you would like to put it. You can put, since I have a little bit extra, you can put 2 little pieces, or you can take the piece and put one end in on one side, one end on the other, making you have a little bit of a loop, which I will show you. Insert both ends into the water. So one end on this side, gonna take the other end around, slightly pushing my flowers up gently, and putting the other side into the water. So as you can see, we have our done arrangement. Now that it's done, you can fiddle with it a little, pulling any roses out, moving any flowers you see necessary. It's very important to recut your stems after about 2 days and change your water. And I'm going to show you the process of changing the water. So first, I'm going to take both hands and I'm pretty much just gonna pick it up and hold it in my hands. So like this. Now holding it with one hand, you should be able to dump your water. And it's very important to put your packet of flower food in first so it can dissolve in your water. Filling your vase like so, making sure all of your flower food dissolves in the water. Fill it pretty full because flowers do drink pretty fast. It's very important, even when you're not recutting and changing the water, to be checking your water about every day, because you will go to sleep and the next day come out and look that your vase is half empty with water. So now holding it with one hand, you want to recut your stems on your flowers, making sure they're all at an angle, and just a tiny little trim off the bottom. Literally, like just a baby trim. After you're all done with that, you can take your arrangement and put it back in the vase, adjusting any flowers that moved during transport. And like so, we have ourselves a beautiful floral arrangement. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in for our first virtual design workshop class. Just remember, there is lots of great tips and feedback for your Floral 101 care on this paper, and feel free to reach out to us with any questions or concerns. And I hope you guys have really enjoyed this and come back to watch more of our videos in the future. Hope you have a great day. Thank you.